They explained that their boss would call Bilal in the evening to arrange a meeting. All in all, I felt this was a very successful opening day for the investigation. Everything had gone to plan. The following day, I met Bilal to discuss the next phase of the investigation. The company boss had called Bilal as promised, asking to meet tonight for dinner.
What we're going to do is that we are going to honor the invitation for the dinner tonight. The key things are we want documentations. Proper documentations on how they work. The second issue would be that we want to go and visit their mine and to see the gold they produced. So that's the plan.
Bilal himself was the victim of a scam. When I met him last year, he was stranded here after losing everything to a bogus property development deal. His company had been bankrupted, his savings taken. Having him here now, it really makes me think of the human cost of these scams, and it makes me more determined to catch them this time. But right now, we had a meeting to get ready for. Like Bilal, I wear a kafir, an Arab scarf, to reinforce our story about my days in the Middle East.
Yeah, it went well. We had the conversation with him. And you see, the key thing is to make him believe that we are what we are, and he has believed it. And like they usually do, they will consistently want to tell you to be wary and to be careful that you are not scammed. That's exactly what he was trying to say.
The next step was to check the authenticity of the documents provided to us by Patrick. Mr. Amponsa is the manager of monitoring and evaluation at the Minerals Commission, the government body responsible for regulating the mining sector.
Oh, I was even looking at, I even saw the name here. Yeah, Abibra Mining Company Limited. We actually received this documentation from outside, trying to check on the background of this company. Immediately, I could testify that it's a fraudulent company. Because we don't have anything like Ghana Export Council in this country. It's Ghana Export Promotion Council.
It was concerning to think how many other investors were out there now communicating with these fraudulent companies.
I must say that I also blame the scam. You don't buy gold like tomatoes in the market. Something that is worth about $50,000, you say, oh, they've gotten some people who are selling it to them for $35,000. I tell you, you are in for a danger.
In the consumer-driven world of today, it is obvious that scammers won't be the only people to feel the temptation of easy money. Whether or not most scam victims are here while trying to make a fast buck, Mr. Amponsa's words served as a timely reminder that investors need to be sensible and take necessary precautions. The next day, we were on our way to meet the scammers who were taking us to visit their gold mine. We managed to convince them to allow us to film the trip, claiming that Bilal's business partners back home wanted to see the footage before making any commitments. As usual, Salasi and my backup team would be close behind. Inside the vehicle, I had my camera rolling. We were told the mine was near a small town about 2 hours drive from the city. When we arrived, the chief scammer Patrick was there with his people, along with what were claimed to be 2 chiefs of the local area. We later confirmed that both men were indeed fakes. The mine itself was still another hour's journey, mostly by foot. As we got closer, the evidence of illegal small-scale mining was everywhere to be seen. The explosive growth of illegal mining has become a major problem in my country and has contributed to the rise in fraudulent companies and gold scams. The environmental and economic costs of these mines have been devastating, but most of these workers have nowhere else to turn due to unemployment. Hundreds are thought to die each year in accidents. Back at the house, the scammers showed us what they claimed to be 50 kilos of gold dust, worth over $2 million. We told them we wanted bars, 75 kilos.
Okay, so it was quite a good day. Especially after visiting the mine, they thought our mines were blown and that we were so happy and would definitely buy the gold. Another interesting portion of it was when one of them approached me and said that they would give me a cut after the sale of the gold to Bilal. I find that ridiculous. If it's anything, they should make money out of us. But because they want to insist that the deal comes through and they think that I have some hold on Bilal, they're already promising me a cut when they should not be doing so.
The assumption by the scammers that I would betray my friend for money made me really angry. It's this kind of thinking that is so damaging to my continent. But it showed me that they were getting hungry. We were fast approaching the business end of our investigation. The gold bars were ready, and I could sense the scammers were eager to close the deal. Our final port of call before arranging a day for payment was a government-certified testing lab to check the purity of the gold. The scammers took us first to a private residence where they were holding the gold. They wanted us to choose a bar to take to the testing lab. In a surprising move, we were first taken to a national bank where we were told the rest of the gold would be deposited for safekeeping. Inside, a man claiming to be the bank manager assured us of the gold's security. A later checkup at the bank's head office revealed that they offer no such facility to receive or store gold. The alleged bank manager was in on the scam. The Geological Survey Department is a government-run body with private mineral testing facilities. The results from the test on our bag indicated that it was 85% pure. It was real. We were then taken to see a lawyer to receive legal guidance on how to export the gold. It is not clear whether he knew he was helping to perpetuate a fraud, but what is certain is that the whole day had been a carefully orchestrated charade to suck us deeper into their trap.
Now the semi-finals is over. We are getting to the finals tomorrow. We've collated all the evidence. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to present it to the police. The raid will take place when we make the final payment. Now, the critical things about the raid is that the fake gold must be there. We must be able to get evidence of intent to sell, because the whole point is to get them behind bars.
It was time to pay another visit to the police. Some journalists may question my tendency to cross over into collaboration with the authorities. But for me, in this country, it's about seeing things through and getting the job done.
Yeah, so over the weeks, the investigation has gone very well. And so today, the payment is going to be made. We chose a location in East Legon. We are taking 2 rooms. One room which will be for you, and another room which will be for Bilal and myself, staying in where they are supposed to make the payment.
We'll take this opportunity to go and have a look at the location, and then we'll strategize. We'll do a briefing at 2 p.m. with my men. Then we'll move to location 2:30, take positions, and then we'll wait for them. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Everyone was in position. All we had to do now was wait. Then they arrived.
Patrick, how are you?
But there was a problem. They hadn't brought the gold. Citing security concerns, they told us to move to a different hotel nearby, where they said the gold was waiting.
Don't let the men move. Are the men here? They shouldn't move, because they are playing very smart with us that they kept the gold somewhere else. We are going to argue that no, unless they leave the gold here. So you say no, you get angry. No, you don't allow the people, they want to cheat you. You understand? That's the key. Let's go.
Tell me, Muhammad, hey, I told you to explain to these people. Look, Mr. Captain, if you want to deal like this, I stop everything now. Okay, I'm sorry, I have plenty of things.
It was no use. They would not give in. To bust these people today, we would have to take the risk of going with them. I decided with Ralph that we should go. They had told us to leave the money at our hotel, and only after the gold had been weighed would Patrick return with Bilal to receive payment. In that time, I would call to inform Ralph of the location, and the arrest should begin when Bilal and Patrick leave to get the money. At their hotel, the gold was waiting. I left the room to inform Ralph of our location so he could prepare to send in his team. Meanwhile, Bilal and Patrick left to collect the payment. It was crunch time.
Go. You will not run, you go. Stop. Charlie. Stand up, baby. Come down. What's the problem? Take your time. Let me find out who you are. I'm a policeman. Yes. Come down. Move your hand. Come down from the car. Go ahead. Policeman, you are arrested. Look at the stupid thing you are doing. Can you fight me? Listen. Come here. Listen.
Back at Patrick's hotel, the rest of the scammers were still in the room.
I'm not with them. Enter into the room. Look at me.
Go back. Merci.
And so our investigation came to a successful conclusion. Police tests on the 75 kilos of gold confirmed that it was indeed fake. Only one bar, which must have been used for the gold purity test at the geological survey, was real.